Ever wonder what happened to that weird guy with the Great Dane?
Oh, yeah. Talk like so weird,
Please, Groove. Just say something to him. Say a hi or anything. Just so they'll believe me.
Not here to talk to them. You are the hand chosen by the master.
No.
Yours is the veil of blood. Yours is the sword of Michael.
Hey, Sonny!
Shut up! Shut up! Damn it!
Hello everyone, you guys are watching Snack Chats. I'm Snackvic, and as always, I'm with Joe Rilla.
Your favorite Scooby-Doo-Rilla.
And we saw Scoob several days ago, and it's recording now, because people are noisy outside and think that the quarantine's gone just because the weather's kinda nice.
Doing parties, fireworks, everything.
Anyway, we saw this the night that released with JW, Bear Boy.
Yeah, and this is like one of the movies that he didn't like text through. It's really hard to keep his attention, trust me.
So, Scoob, what's your thoughts?
I thought it was entertaining. The animation was way up there, but the story was everywhere.
I guess the simplest way to describe Scoob is that it's not a good movie, not by a long shot, but it's just sort of a fun thing to like sit through.
As long as it's entertaining, who cares? In my book, that's honestly what my family's been rating movies over.
You have low standards.
I don't have low standards. I love the Scoob movie.
I guess just warnings up front, we're gonna talk about spoilers. We felt like since we're sort of doing this late and there's been a bunch of spoiler-free reviews already, might as well just dive right into a film. So that movie was a mess.
It was.
Throughout the entire thing, they had like the wackiness of like the 60s, 70s mixed in with the wannabe modern humor of like the mid-2000s, and there was like no in-between.
Yeah.
Like it's either they're going through a lot of heavy slapstick or they're talking about being hangry.
And the music didn't slap either. Like, I wanted to come into the movie, like, if I'm expecting music in it, to have a CD that I can buy later.
Didn't you own, like, this live-action Scooby-Doo movie CD?
I actually own 2. I don't know how I got 2, but yes I did. And I still listen to some of the songs.
Anyway, the whole big thing with this film is that it's a big Hanna Barbera crossover, except only crosses over 3 franchises.
Hey, there is little tidbits here and there. You saw that squid person, I'm just gonna call him Squid McGee, painted on the side of the building.
And there's a Hex Girls poster.
Yeah, and there's much more that we only found out after looking at other people notice them.
Let me correct myself, this is a crossover of 4 Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about this movie. It's all over the place, and not like a good way, like the Willoughbys. More like, huh? What happened? It's already over?
I mean, I think that's how it kept Bear Boy's attention, where it was just like, I don't even know what the hell is happening, man. Like, how did they get from this point to this point? It's like a blink it and you miss it moment type of a thing.
I felt like they wanted to do like a Blue Falcon movie to like start off the whole Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, but they were like, he's not really that popular. Let's just attach like Scooby-Doo.
Well, Scooby is their most successful franchise.
Yep. New straight-to-home DVD every year.
Ooh.
Honestly, the only reason I know why Blue Falcon's even a thing was because of his appearance in that one Dexter episode that I watched as a kid.
I forget how I knew about the whole Blue Falcon thing, but I knew about Dino Mutt.
Was it the porn?
No, makes me cry that you think so.
And other than that, we had like Captain Caveman for like 10 minutes before he just sort of fucked off. I mean, I thought like after his scene he would join up with the rest of the cast and be a part of like the climax, but no, he left as soon as he came.
I don't know, I like the redesign of him. It took me like a second, but maybe it's just the voice.
Talk about Captain Caveman. We found out after the fact that the girl that was with the Blue Falcon Dynamite was actually one of the girls from the original Captain Caveman cartoon.
Wait, the assistant that's mainly that was one of the girls that was with the caveman?
Yeah, in the original cartoon. She was one of the angels.
There was angels in the... I didn't watch the show, so...
It was a Scooby-Doo ripoff. It was just 3 prey girls and Captain Caveman solving crimes or whatever.
Weird.
Yeah, the Hanna-Barbera had a phase where it was just all Scooby-Doo knockoffs.
Because that's what raked in the money. I liked, what was it called? Jessie and the Pussycats when I was a kid.
I don't think that was Hanna-Barbera.
That was.
I think they animated it, but I don't think it's owned by Hanna-Barbera, like at least now.
Well, owning is different than whatever, but I do know that Boomerang had that music video on for decades.
Yeah, this conversation just spiraling to anything but Scoob. Okay, Simon Cowell was in there. I would say that was like really weird, but like Scooby-Doo has always sort of dealt with having celebrities.
Should we even talk about Simon Cowell? Because everyone else is talking about his goddamn Shrek appearance.
Fucking, it didn't remind me of like old Scooby-Doo, but it reminded me more of like a later season episode of The Simpsons, where they would go out of their way to specifically name the celebrity in full name.
I do
like that stupid Simon Cowell. Honestly, it felt like you can cut the Scooby-Doo cast in half, because the only real focus was with Scoob and Shaggy and their relationship. And even then, it felt like you could have cut all the Scooby characters out entirely and just had like an action comedy with like the Blue Falcons team.
Do you really want that version of Blue Falcon to actually have his own movie?
I mean, I felt like after seeing Lego Batman, it's hard to see the whole man-child superhero routine, because like that did so well. While this was... I do think it was interesting that back in the original Blue Falcon, it was like the stoic superhero with like the cartoony dumb dog, but now it's just sort of role reversal.
Yeah, I don't know, I just don't like them at all, but I do like the one joke that was in the commercials where it's like Scooby thinks the Blue Falcon ship is IKEA.
Yeah.
That was funny. That's another thing I want to bring up is that if you don't like a certain part of the movie, just literally rub your eyes for a second and then you'll find something you do like.
Yeah, I guess that's the benefit of having like a really blink and you'll miss it type of movie. If a joke doesn't hit for you, there'll probably be several more that might.
Right.
It's hard to talk about this movie. What even happened? This movie had like several hundred writers.
Well, it's been in development for like over 5 years, and they even had a character designer have a realistic proportion Scoob.
Yeah, this movie started out when the near end of the Avengers and they were getting ready for Infinity War, and that's when every company was announcing, hey, we're gonna start our own cinematic universe. And this is like Warner Bros. 3rd time at trying that.
Yeah, they don't really do good at cinematic universes, do they?
R.I.P. Lego Cinematic Universe. You will be missed.
But hey, because we delayed on the review of Scoob, we can mention that Warner Brothers is doing something right with that new Lego show. What's it called? You should know.
Monkey Kid?
Yeah, that looks like TMNT. Rise of the whatever.
It was Rise of the TMNT.
Yeah.
I always have to pause with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I always feel like I'm getting the acronym wrong.
Well,
I'm always like TMNT.
At least it's not like bo 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 bo.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Scoob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what can we say about this?
I mean, I do want to bring to an attention that there was a lot of quality time put into Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah, it felt like...
But the thing is that every other character either got like a DVD release type of animation / rigging job, or just Simon Cowell looking like he's a 360 model. I'm not gonna say he's a PS2 model, but
Yeah, every character, it's like everyone was super animated except all the women and Fred, played by Zac Efron.
I do approve of that, by the way. I do approve of Fred being voiced by Zac Efron, especially in this design.
Hearing his performance sort of just punched me back to early 2000s when Scooby-Doo, the live-action film, was coming out. Did you like this movie more or less than the initial live-action Scooby-Doo movie?
Hard to say. There's a bit of nostalgia, but I'll say for this that Scoob is pretty forgettable compared to the live-action.
I saw Scoob a few days ago, and I still don't completely remember what happened. But if you ask me what happened in, like, the live-action Scooby-Doo movie, I could probably give you a beat-by-beat, like, plot summary.
And also probably sing a few of the songs, when we can't even remember any of the songs that were played in the Scoob movie.
Remember when Mr. Bean was Scrappy-Doo? That was wacky.
Yeah, that was a thing. And Scrappy-Doo had a thing in his chest.
Well, if they make a sequel to this movie, what if they made the little vacuum guy Scrappy-Doo?
Oh wait, you know what you will remember from the Scoob movie? Shaggy coming from the underworld.
Oh yeah, that whole ending was really predictable.
It was predictable, but when we saw the silhouette with the underworld essence,
that just looked like a fucking Photoshop. Like someone photoshopping like Ultra Instinct Shaggy to everything.
I feel like that was a callback.
Because it was just the exact like silhouette of like a model sheets Shaggy from the old show.
It's just, oh my god, out of context. If you just show somebody this scene like 5 years from now, they didn't see any trailers or anything, and you say that Shaggy came from the underworld, here's a screenshot.
Talk about years ago. I felt like if this movie came out even like 5 years ago, you probably won't even tell.
Yeah, I'm basically giving Scoob the love that I give to Angry Birds 1 and 2, where the animation is amazing. I watched them multiple times. Snackvic can tell you. Thing is that there isn't really anything.
There's really no substance to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that you would probably put on a background of like a get-together.
And it's really entertaining too, especially if you're like mid-conversation and then you just are randomly looking at the TV and then you're just like, what?
Yeah, did you like this movie more or less than Scooby-Doo Zombie Island?
The original Zombie Island?
Yeah.
The original Zombie Island, it has a lot more memorable scenes as well as being well animated for the style they went with.
I think still to this day that's regarded as like the best Scooby-Doo movie in existence. Remember, I know this is random, but remember when Cartoon Network made 2
live action Scooby movies?
Yeah, in the late 2000s.
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of the first one, and then the second one I was just like, why are they doing this again?
I think I watched like the second one and I was just confused the entire time because I was playing video games while watching it. I looked over and there's just like a ton of shit.
Scooby's just full of reboots.
If you don't like this Scooby-Doo movie, there'll probably be like several hundred reboots next month.
I still have to watch the Family Guy Scooby-Doo.
Now, I heard that one was alright, but it's hard to get past those designs.
Yeah, like there was some like great humor.
It felt like a Family Guy cutaway gag, except they extended it to 12 episodes.
I thought they did more than 12 episodes.
I think it was just like one season, then they were done with it.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things where like Boomerang lately has been becoming one of those platforms like Nicktoons where they just send a cartoon to die before it even exists.
I know that's what happened with several cartoons on CN, including, sadly, Sonic Boom.
Yeah, they were having new episodes of Sonic Boom on Boomerang. Oh my god, Sonic Boom on Boomerang.
This movie sucked. Let's talk about the Sonic movie again. You know, I realized in our Sonic movie discussion, I didn't mention Jim Carrey like once.
Did you hear that he's trying to pitch for a fat suit?
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because like Eggman's a big guy. It sort of like completes the transformation.
But do you think it would be realistic, or do you think it would be like sort of awkward?
I think it'll look awkward. I think it'll make him look like the '06 Eggman, because that just looked like a guy in a fat suit.
I know this is a bit specific, but do you think it'll look like the Click fat scene?
No, they're probably gonna have him in like a latex suit the entire time with a fat suit, so it's probably just gonna be like a bit of a belly.
I'm surprised he didn't really pitch for like black eyeballs to be CGI'd in or whatever. Isn't that what Eggman has?
No, well, at least modern Eggman. I do remember older designs had like the black eyes, but Eggman regularly just has like a pair of glasses, which is confusing because he also has the goggles.
Okay, so we are really drifting, and it's...
You know, when you brought up like the Click Fat scene, you know what I think is crazy? Like, that several 100-year-old movie had a better fat suit than like Infinity War.
True.
Isn't that like crazy to you?
It's because they actually had... Why are we bringing this up?
So what's gonna go on after Infinity War? Now everything just seems kind of pointless.
Okay, thank you for joining the Snack Chats where we...
Hey, I want to talk more about Jim Carrey in his fat suit.
We can talk about it later, hun.
Wait, did they confirm that Sonic's getting a sequel?
I mean, the Tails scene. Okay, this has been Snack Chats. Thank you for coming. Scoob was forgettable, but great at the same time.
It wasn't great. It was fun, but not great.
I'm gonna rewatch it again just to prove that's great. This has been Snack Vic and your favorite Rilla Joe Rilla signing off.